Morning everyone. I thought I'd go through what I do on a monthly basis in terms of sales and setting up sales. It's something I should have done a couple of days ago, but let's get on and crack on with it now. I basically have my shop set up with different departments. So I have like women's clothing, men's clothing, kids clothing, toys and games, small electrical, media, and I think I have something called leisure, which is a bit of catch-all. Um, so I'm going to show you what I do for my women's clothing category. Within each shop category, I have subcategories, sub-departments. So I will have new in. So if I list something new, it goes in new in. I have uh, department one, I think it's called. What's it called? Let's have a look. Promotion one. I'll show you, it's probably the best thing to do, which promotion one is used to put things on a 10% sale. I have promotion 2, which is to put things on a 20% sale. And then if I have stuff that really is just hanging around, and like I've reduced the price, it will go into the auction category where it will just be auctioned off. So when my kind of cycle of what I do is I'll get something, source something new, and it will go in mid-month in new in, and then it'll stay there for a full month. So so I know that it's been there at least a month, and then if it hasn't sold, it will then be moved into promotion one, which is used for 10%, and then the next month, if it still hasn't sold, it goes into promotion two. If stuff doesn't sell on a 20% promotion, I will then go in on the next cycle, end the listing, and do a sell similar and adjust the price down, normally by 10%. So I'm going to crack on and just sort of show you how I go about it. Now the first thing I do is make sure that my unsold ended listings pot has got nothing in it. Sometimes it might have bits of auction stuff that is ended because they're on 7 days, but just make sure this is clear because I'm ending listings in this process. You don't want anything to be in there. So yeah, cracking on. I'll try and be as concise as I can. Firstly, go into active listings. Now, like I say, I could have done this. Let me just go back and show you. I could have done this 2 days ago, just to show you my sales. Go into Markdown Manager and choose my sale event and Markdown. You'll see all my sales are ended, and they all ended on the 9th of February. Once the sale has ended, an item has to be the same price for 2 weeks before you can set it on a sale again. You can't have constant sales. So in actual fact, I could have set these up on the 23rd of February. It's now the 25th, so I could have done it on Sunday, but I didn't do it. So to start the process, I'm going to change all of the departments first. Change my active listings departments, and then I will just copy the sales so that they will be acting on items in new departments. So it sounds a bit confusing, but hopefully you might follow me. Okay, so first off, active listings. I'm going to do women's clothing. It's got a good amount in each category. Okay, going to filter down by clothing, ladies clothing, and first of all I'm going to pick promotion 2. This was everything that was on 20%, and it hasn't sold. So first off, I'm going to end all of those. So tick them all and then just end the listing. So there's quite a lot of listings being ended, but we'll end those. So that's chugging through. Now I've been doing sell similar on these. I will do sell similar for this video. I've been thinking about maybe instead of sell similar doing an actual new listing to see if that gets a new boost, but like I say, I'm not going to do that now because that'll take forever. Okay, so those listings have been ended. So I normally note down what I'm doing. So I'm doing women's clothes, so 20% ended. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my active listings again, I'm going to pick out all of my women's clothes that are on 10%, promotion 1. Okay. And I'm going to edit all of those and stick them in promotion 2. Now I might have a quick look to sort of see, oh, is there anything I'm a little bit worried about. To be honest, this is all a load of stuff that hasn't sold, and it can all immediately go in the new department, which will have a 20% sale on it. Okay, so they're all ready to be edited in a mass edit. Going to select them all, edit the fields, go into categories, and I want my first shop category to change to ladies clothing, promotion 2. So save and close that. So what we've done so far, everything that was originally on promotion 2 we've ended. Everything that was on promotion 1 we've moved to promotion 2. So submit those changes. So I'll put a little note here, 10% change to 20%. Okay, confirm and submit that. Okay, that's all done. So nothing's been done on the actual sales yet, but we're just setting up, changing the departments around. So now I'm going to look at my ladies' clothing and the stuff that was new in. So some of this would have been listed recently, but some of it might have been listed over a month ago, and it's the stuff that was listed over a month ago that I want to chuck in a 10% sale. So we'll just search for that. Okay, we've got 47 items. Now I will sort these by the start date. Looks like it's already sorted by the start date. So we can see here that some of these have gone on recently. Oh, another thing I normally do is clear out my 0 listings. So I haven't done that, 0 quantity listings, so I should have done that before. Okay, so all of these, anything that has been listed in, it's 25th of February now, so before the 25th of January I'm going to look at and maybe give a 10% sale on it. And I've also, in this, I've got the SKU, because some of these would have been sold similar. So referring to the SKU as well, all of these are recent listings. This one isn't, it looks like a lot of them aren't, so we'll just go through. That one's a fairly, it's not that recent, that's been on over a month. Really probably the quickest way is to select them all and just, how many have I got? Yeah, I'm going to select them all and then just knock off the ones I don't need. So select them all, but this one is a recent listing, this one's a recent listing, it's actually sold, that one's a recent listing, and all the rest have been in over a month. So we want to change those categories there to edit selected. So they were new in, and we're going to change those to promotion 1. So edit fields, categories, shop category changed to women's, promotion 1. Save and close. So what's happened there is we've cleared out promotion 2, we've moved stuff from promotion 1 into promotion 2, we've moved stuff from new in to promotion 1. I'm now going to, when eBay catches up with me, I'm going to look at all that stuff we ended. It may take a few minutes, it is taking a few minutes. Come on eBay, pull your finger out. Sales for me have picked up over the last couple of days. Everyone was saying they were pretty low over the weekend and before, but I've had a few sales this morning. My listing did go off the rails for a couple of days. It was half term and a few bits and bobs going on. but there you go. 42 listings updated, 2 didn't update. Okay, don't know what's going on there. May have had offers on them. I don't know, I thought we'd already done that. It's typical eBay, isn't it? I'm sure of doing this twice now. Okay, 44 listings updated. So let's have a look at what we got. Go to clothing, ladies clothing. So in new in, we shouldn't have anything. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are the ones we chose not to change. Okay. I do want to change these two. Why haven't these changed? Okay, we'll do these ones as well. Never goes quite as you planned, does it? Okay, let's edit these fields as well. Change the category to ladies clothing promotion 1. Were these the two that it was having trouble with? No, they've gone in. Okay. So what we're left with in new in is just a few listings that I've done recently that I don't particularly want to change. And everything else has got a new category, which will mean it's on a new sale. So what I'm going to look at now, if I whip back to my eBay, is the ones I ended. So these were all, they've gone new in, they've gone on a 10% sale, and then they've gone on a 20% sale, and they still haven't shifted. Now what I tend to do is I will look at the price, I will sell similar and I will drop the price normally by 10%. Now I know that means that it's actually more than it was on the 20% sale, but it means it will be on that price for longer, and then it will go through the process of going into these sales in the following months. So it may seem a bit weird, and then I could maybe like reduce the price by 20%. Of course that's entirely up to you, but so let's select all these. Let's do a sell similar. So again, the first thing I want to do, these at the moment have a department of department 2, so I'm going to change that. So let me select them all, and I put them back into new in, so to keep the cycle sort of going. New in ladies clothing. And here I'll just start going through bringing the price down. So it's roughly by about 10%. Normally like it's like £1 or two, you know, so it's slowly coming down. So some of these, so anything over a 10 I'm going to do by 2, anything under a 10 I'll do by like 1. Converse All Star, I'll do that by 1. LV shirt, I mean, it seems they're low. They are priced fairly low, but they're not moving. So let's do that one at 21. And some of this stuff has been hanging around for yonks. That's a nice t-shirt. I don't know why that hasn't sold. See if we can get it moving. So there'd normally be about, I have about sort of 30 or so things I might have in here. When it gets to under a fiver, that's when I'll think about auction. Okay, how many more we got? Not too many more. So I'm not really thinking about it too much. It's probably best not to when you're doing this sort of thing. And I know a lot of people do blanket 10% things. I think that is a good idea. It takes the kind of emotion out of it. I had something the other day that sold, and it'd been, I just automatically put through a 10%. If I'd have actually looked at the numbers, I probably wouldn't have done it. Okay, now also another thing I normally do here is change something on the tile, just like move a couple of things around. I'm going to do that afterwards because I don't want to take up your time, so I'll do it afterwards just by selecting the department and doing a mass edit. So it's always good to change a few things around on the tile, and also change a couple of photos, change your main photo definitely. So I always say when you do your listing, try and do 2 main photos so you can do a bit of a switch around. Okay, so the department has been changed on those, and I've also changed the price. So I'm going to submit all of those. So they are going on new in. So what we've done there, we've changed a load of shop departments around, and for stuff that didn't sell on a 20% last month, we've sold similar those and like cut the price by 10%, and then it'll go through the process. The last thing I've got to do is just set up my sale, so I will do that now. Let's go back into my eBay. So this is on the Markdown Manager, and when I go into Markdown Manager, I'll just filter it down by sale event and markdown, and here you can see all of my sales for each of my departments. So the one I did there was for women's clothing, everything on women's clothing, so I've got 2 sales there. So this sale is already set up. I won't go into the setup of the sale, but all it's doing is selecting everything in women's clothing department 1. You put all your sale title and what it says in, and then it's applying a 10% discount. So now I can just copy that. I'm going to leave this the same, take 10% off each item. I'm going to select my items, and that's already in there. Promotion 1, anything in their department, promotion 1. So it's got everything that has been given the new department 1. These went from a department of new into department 1. So we'll save that. And the only actual thing I have to think about is the date range, and when it's going to be active from. And if I just go into the time, I can start it right away and launch it. It's as easy as that. This was all done when I set it up, and it's quite easy to do, just your banner and stuff like that. So that's the new 10% one. It gets rid of the filter when you go back into it, which is a bit annoying. So as soon as I have a new one, I'll delete the old one. Okay, and the next one I'll do is the 20% women's clothing. Again, all the information's already there because I'm just copying it from last time. This is using promotion 2 shop category. Save and review that. And again, all I'm going to change here is the time because I want it to start now instead of in about 2 hours. So I'll launch that. Filter it down again and delete the old one. So that is done. If I go in, it takes a little bit of time to sort of jig through, but if I looked at my items in about half an hour, I'd see all of the markdown things starting to take effect. It's definitely good. It does provide activity on your shop if you do this on a monthly basis. Also use stuff like promotions and constantly review prices to try and get the stuff out. Sometimes it does seem that your stuff is incredibly cheap, but again, if you've had it on at a higher price and it hasn't sold, it's no good on the shelf. So I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions on all of that and all of the setup of it, do let me know. But for the meantime, take care, and I hope you get some good sales.